Greetings. Today is August 5th, 2015, and we're doing Rpgaday number 5, and that is most recently purchased game. Well, for me, the most recently purchased game is a small, relatively compact PDF by the name of Exile in Eris. It is written by Christian Conkle, and it is basically a very simple post-apocalyptic science fantasy RPG. It throws some crazy curveballs in the game, but nothing too crazy mechanics-wise. It's fairly basic, about what you'd expect for a traditional game. Levels and skills and all that jazz. It does have some issues with clarity, with explaining things that it needs to explain, and it also is missing a couple of options that are mentioned but aren't included in the core book. They're supposed to be included in a supplement, and generally speaking, I have problems with that, because if you know you need that information when you produce the first book, go ahead and put it in the first book. But it's a nice little game otherwise. I find it pretty impressive and overall useful. There's nothing I can say bad about it besides that. So you might check it out. It is loosely tied to another work of his called The Swords of Sidoria. I'm not sure if I got that name right. I know it is quite similar to a video that is out there, which was what inspired it in the first place. That is a game for BRP, however. So, but this is fundamentally an alternate kind of universe of that same world with a different rule set, and it's pretty solidly done, pretty useful for the price. It doesn't hurt picking it up if you're interested in science, post-apocalyptic fantasy. I personally prefer it to Numenera, and I know a lot of people love Numenera. Numenera has a lot of flavor, but that this doesn't specifically have in the same kind of way. But this game feels less onerous, less pressing on the player to be the entire creative focus of actual play. It actually rests a little more on an actual system that's structured, and it's not as rules light. It's still light, but it's not quite so hand-wavy as Numenera. And coming from me, you must understand, I like rules-light games. So when I say I find the game hand-wavy, that means it's going a little too far overboard for rules. But Exile in Eris is actually a pretty solid game. I would recommend it. Its rules are just right for me. They're light enough, but not being too onerous. So, pick it up if you like, or not. Your choice. And until tomorrow, take care.